wooden rack cabinets. Got a whole bunch of them, and they're you know, of course, the mounting areas are made out of metal, but the box itself is made out of wood. So we were able to cut them down to reduce the size. So that was pretty cool. And those got put up on a shelf, and we have to hook that all up to the transmitter, and or rehook it up, I should say. Reconnect it. And we're working on a 32V3 75A1 combination that will be in the shack. That's sort of we wanted to do that. That's one of the reasons for compacting the equipment somewhat and moving it to a better location. We want to make room for the 32V3 and 75A1 combination. The gates will not be on the air until we get the antenna straightened out. We're having a guy come in and put up some pulleys in the trees, and that should be happening pretty soon. Copying you okay here. I'm not used to using this receiver here, so it's kind of interesting. It's got a 25 kc bandwidth for some strange reason, as well as more narrower modes, more narrow settings here. And as usual, I have a bunch of noise on 40 meters here. I'm not using a remote receiver at the moment. I probably should be. I have a lot of noise on 40. So a lot of times I use a remote receiver. But I'm just, wait a minute, let me crank the plate current down a little here. Might be running it a little high. That should be better. Well, and that's 25 watts. And that's about 25 watts. But, that's two 6146s. Providing that power. So, anyway, the video stuff, yeah, when we get everything all straightened out and really cool looking in the shack, we'll have to do some video stuff. A lot of things going on. Yes, I am at home. I'm not at the museum. Just on my little setup here. Finally, this rig's been sitting around for a while, so I'll be glad to get it back to the museum and see what happens with it. I don't know what we're going to do with it. Sell it, put it on display, use it. I don't know. That's for everybody to get together and as usual, As usual, we usually make decisions amongst the whole group on what to do with certain things. It's a real pretty setup, nice shiny Kenwood, it looks real nice. But it has problems. It's got problems, which I won't go into. WA3VJB, WA1LGQ.
WA1LGQ, WA3VJB, right back. Well, thanks to the SDR, I was able to pull you out from some congestion that's on the low side of it that kind of came in there. 100% copy, and I got about 4 minutes of air check recording of you to hear how that sounds. A little bit of 120 cycle hum coming in there when I'm listening in headphones, but I'm not hearing it in the local monitor, which surprises me because these little Fostex powered speakers have some pretty good low end, so it must be a pretty small percentage of your modulation envelope, Larry. I wouldn't worry about it, but if that was part of the original problem list in the Kenwood, then the hum is still there. It's just not to a significant degree. Well, thanks for the update on the BC1T arrangement that's underway. Yeah, that's your crown jewel. Since it's already operational, it doesn't need to be converted, doesn't need to be repaired. It just needs to be configured and put on the air. I think that's probably the centerpiece of a video. So I'll have mine on here. Maybe we can get somebody else to join us, make it a 3-camera shoot or a 3-venue shoot, and really do it up. And I can't wait to see some pictures of the 32V3 75A1 combination there on a desktop. Both of those senior Collins models are very aesthetically pleasing. The stacked dial band array of the 75A1 most closely resembles that of the 32V series transmitter. I know when they came in with the 75A2 with the roller drum, which would later descend to the 75A4, and I guess the 51J series receivers did the same sort of thing. It lost its attachment to the 32V series transmitter. But I remember seeing in the frontispiece of my 32V manual the picture of the 75A receiver as well as a 30K. What's that, a 500-watt, 250-watt rack transmitter that Collins had produced? This must have been before the KW1 because that's not pictured in there, and you think they would have. But the 30K is just a gorgeous transmitter. I've heard a couple of them on. I wouldn't mind having one of those, although they don't seem to have the frequency agility that KW1 would have. Nor does it have the kind of continuous duty allure and audio quality that the 300G has. So I'm not out there pursuing one by any means, but they're aesthetically pleasing, and my point was that the 75A1 combination with your 32V will be very nice. I wonder, I doubt it, but I wonder if either of the Optimods accompany